And welcome to the final finale episode of
The final finale.
The final finale. It's
of until the next one.
Yeah, it's the last one until the next one. They're really taking notes from Attack on Titan. So yeah, this is the finale. It's the finale. If you've been keeping up with Alien Earth, the finale just aired a couple of days ago. If you haven't, then this is going to be news to you. So tonight, I am this is The World is My Burrito. I don't know if I said that. I don't think I need to say it. You know what you're listening to.
Well, they did click on it. It's not like it
I know.
randomly just gets beamed into their ear holes.
It's weird,
Maybe.
like advertising my own podcast on my own. Yeah, here's where you can find me. Right fucking here. Anyways.
Right here.
Okay, tonight, as always, I am joined by Zack and Mike from the Neatcast.
That's right. As
Sorry if
always,
someone-
in additions now. Can't
Sorry
get
if
rid
someone
of
jumped out of a dark alley and shoved earbuds in your ears. It was like, just listen to this. Where am I?
Just
Who are these
listen to
people?
this.
Here, just hold on. I'm just going to slide a burrito into your ears. What?
And a surprise guest.
Hey,
I finally, after so much coercion and bribing,
Threatening.
I had to buy him a ducky for his Jeep. I
hey,
got
there you go. Sure.
Jose from Cinema Villains to join us for this finale. Jose, what is up, man?
Hey, Corey, thank you so much. Yeah, it was so much convincing. It was just hey, Jose, you want to be on for the finale? I'm like, yeah, sure.
All right.
Yeah, sure.
It is great. Because it's one of those, I guess it was after the first episode. I was wondering, like, man, I wonder who else watching this. And then I think you sent a meme. And it's like, oh, yeah, I should have guessed. Of all people, Jose would be watching. So, Alien Earth did end. 8 episodes total across 7 weeks. Yeah, gents, I guess the real starting question, before we get in all the hard-hitting questions.
Who's the real monster?
Actually, no, we did this for everyone else, and I think I'll do it once again. Jose,
What up?
give us a brief little breakdown of your history with the franchise.
Okay, so it's crazy because growing up, I did not watch Alien first. I started with Aliens for whatever reason.
Okay.
And I was
Yep.
like, wow, this movie's really cool. And I didn't watch Alien like years later. I mean, I must have been like early 20s. I was like, I guess
Oh my goodness.
I should finally watch one of the
The
alleged
prequel?
greatest movies. The prequel. I can see why she's stressed out about these things now. I'm like, it makes sense.
I feel like for
Well,
us,
You're
Oh.
we're like,
just over emotional in the second film. Jeez.
Yeah, I was like, hey man, is it really that bad? I'm like, oh wow, she really went through it. She went through it.
Yeah.
I feel like for us millennial kids, Aliens first was a pretty common thing. Just like I see you have the Gremlin statue behind you. I feel
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah.
Gremlins 2
Mhm.
first was also a common thing because they're like, watch the
Yeah,
less
no,
horrifying
exactly.
sequel.
Yeah, I watched Gremlins 2 first, and then once
Go
again, it
back.
makes sense. I'm like, no wonder Mr. Putterman or whatever was so fucking
Yeah, because he
watching
died.
shit. Like, he died until he didn't.
Then they're like, maybe he survived being run over by a snowplow. Maybe
Yeah,
it's not so bad.
It-
He ducked and covered.
Hey, Hawkeye did it.
Yeah,
True.
this is a couple decades before Hawkeye. Also, he was an Avenger. I don't know if Mr. Paddington Bear or whatever the hell his name was is
Did
that
Mr.
good.
Putterman also have an app?
Oh my god. So yeah, for those who aren't aware, Jose being part of Cinema Villains, as I mentioned earlier, they are a horror themed podcast. So they
now, Corey, we're movie themed.
okay. You
Shaq
are
would be
movie
really
themed,
mad if you
villain
put us in
themed.
one
I
box.
know. I think I did this before. Yeah, and got cussed out. So
Yeah, he literally cussed me out too. Like, why the fuck didn't you correct Corey? I'm like, okay, man,
yeah,
he was
good.
talking.
mean,
We're not supposed to-
Yeah, movie
Just
themed.
listen.
98%
Yeah.
is horror movies, but movie themed. It's
Yeah.
fine.
So I'll correct it and say that you guys are collectively big fans of horror.
Yeah,
Because I don't think there's a horror film that y'all haven't seen at this point. And I know that y'all are some of those who get super hyped for spooky season
Oh yeah.
because it just gives you an excuse to do what you want to do. It's like you have to take breaks to go talk about, other films like Street Fighter, and
Yeah,
then
cinematic
you just
masterpieces like Street
waiting
Fighter.
for your chance to talk about Michael Myers in any role outside of Austin Powers. So
Yeah, that
So, that's only Shrek. Those are your two options.
he's in Halloween too. He's the main character.
yeah,
Come
he's
on.
the main character.
He's an
Yeah.
ogre. He's got layers like onions.
There you go.
So, Alien Earth finale, finale for now. The 8th episode in the first season, the final episode of the first season. On the whole,
Can I just
Go
say,
ahead.
before we say anything, how very wrong we were that this was going to be
yeah,
this is not going to be, what's the word, where it's a different story every season?
Anthology.
Anthology.
Yeah.
This is not going to be an anthology series. I think that's very clear at the moment.
Not
We-
anymore.
Yeah, our predictions did not go well. I guess that's probably
Well,
the best conversing place to start.
I'll say there's some predictions that we were pretty close on, and then some things we were wildly wrong on. But we can get into that.
So, Jose, because you haven't had a voiced opinion on anything since this is your first episode here, like you've listened to the episodes that we've done on this prior. What camp were you in for the ending, and then how did this turn out for what you were thinking personally?
Okay, so overall, I enjoyed it. Although I was taken aback because I'm like, okay, they haven't announced a season 2. Clearly, it's going to wrap up with
it has
maybe
to end.
one or two loose ends. I'm thinking,
Yeah.
the island's going to get nuked, and all of a sudden, from a sewer, you're just going to see a silhouette of Wendy and the Xeno just like walking out of the
Hand in
rubble
hand.
or something. Yeah,
Skipping merrily, yeah.
I was like, something's going to happen. But boy, was I wrong. I was like, I honestly, this feels like it should have been the episode before the finale.
Yes.
Well, Noah had said going into it that he was treating the first season as proof of concept to tell a story loosely based upon Alien and Aliens. Whether they work it into hard canon is yet to be seen, because he has taken some liberties and expanded the universe in some ways, which I don't necessarily think is all bad. But as of recording, it has not been signed on for season 2, but overall reviews have been very positive. So Disney now needs to look at how much money did it cost to how much money did it make, because the reviews are in favor of it overall, aside from the select group of people that panned it from the beginning and just hate watched it.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder, because you were talking about that, I think last episode, the guys who went out of their way to start doing
to start shitposting
negative,
and
because they
what
got more
boosted
reviews.
their reviews, and people started clicking and watching and listening more. So I mean, I'm sure there are people out there that don't like it. I realize that, but the general reviews that I have watched it, like I think the low end, I think on IMDb have rated it like at a 7 out of 10, and the highest I've seen is Rotten Tomatoes at like 93%, and I think it's honestly somewhere in the middle, somewhere. And the more that I think about it, I'll probably come to a solid rating, but I think somewhere between a 7 and 9 is where it's going to fall in general.
Yeah. So, Mike, did anything? Yeah, I mean, you were the one who brought it up, that nothing, because I know I'm like 10 minutes in, and I could see the writing on the wall. So I was like, all right, I'm not going to get my super fucking sad ending. It's a fun episode. I'm not shit talking it, but I can't tell you how much I was hoping for everyone to fucking die in like the worst way possible. That's
cool,
all
man.
I wanted to see.
You have evil in your heart.
That could be a season 2 or season 3. If
say,
he gets the
season
green
2,
light,
episode 1, everyone fucking dies, and
then you reach. It's like it's Transformers the movie. Let's start a whole new line of toys. Let's just get rid of everybody.
I have
That's
to
what
say,
we need to do.
what a wet fart it was. That ending, that build up to the eyeball alien who it was gonna possess. It just slurps into a corpse. It just does a little, and then it's in a. I'm like, come on! After all that build up, like the scene where the eyeball is fighting Wendy's brother Hermit. I can never remember his fucking name. That was a tense scene. That was really cool and terrifying. But man, when it ended, I'm like, I just want to. Okay, if that's all you're gonna do, at least give us some big scene with the eyeball. The eyeball was just a cock tease the entire season. That's all it was. It was just tickling my balls the whole season.
That little eye tickler with his little tentacles. Yes.
But my opinions on this is that I've been trained well for finales like this. I wasn't disappointed. I liked it because it's a Game of Thrones finale, and I used to love Game of Thrones, and that's what this is. The Game of Thrones, they had a insane episode right before the finale, and then the finale was all set up for the next season. And that's pretty much what we got.
Yeah, I think they did a solid enough job with the setup because everything kind of comes it really does come to a head. Curly seems to kind of finally recognize that she's not the favorite, even though she keeps talking about it. We do see there are some really kind of underwhelming things because the most intense thing of the previous episode, or one of the most intense lingering things, because the most intense thing was Nibs ripping someone's fucking jaw off. But the lingering thing was Nibs getting shocked and then wondering, is Nibs dead? And then she's just chilling on, a levitating bench in a prison cell. And it's like, okay, she's just, all right, she's fine.
Insulated. I mean, that's good. We know that these synthetics can take a shock.
Yeah, if you could kill one with a stun gun, that'd be pretty fucking lame. So, I'm glad it's not what happened.
The system.
It's like, that thing was not worth $8 billion.
Right. Corey, you were saying how you wanted like everyone to die. How about the fact that no one died?
I know that's
like no one of importance.
I'm just like waiting.
They're like about to say no main characters died.
Yeah,
and it's like they all have, I guess, something of a cool. It is so it's edging is what it is. It's just edging because Adam goes for the swing and she's like no. And it's like, okay, so do they kill Adam? And then you see Adam at the very end, just chilling in the cell. And, she summons the xenomorph, which I guess has supersonic hearing because it heard her from across the island.
Well,
and
it comes to like a frequency technically.
Well, it's it's supposed to be a frequency-based hive connection because when she landed at the
it's like mesh. It's a mesh network. It's like
it's a mesh network of xenomorph. When they landed at the Maginot, and she immediately started hearing the clicking noises from however many stories up, outside the ship and above the ship,
and that's from the ovomorphs.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you think about it also with like. The Zergs in StarCraft are based upon the xenomorphs, and that's based upon the, you have a hive mind that controls all of your broods and telling them where to go. And that's an idea of, all right, well, the queen can communicate with these other little drones and scouts without actually talking to them and is able to communicate and tell them where to go and what to do. So I think that's what they're basing it off of.
Or ants.
So he does his little like front.
They're just sniffing. They go around sniffing everything. Oh,
drooling and sniffing.
They drag their bottom here. I'm gonna go this way.
So I guess we'll starting with characters is solid. Man, I don't know, like any particular standout moments of the episode to you guys. Jose. Okay, Mike's gonna be first. Go ahead, Mike.
I'm a big loudmouth.
Corey couldn't even finish a sentence, and Mike jumps in.
I thought the coolest reveal, the big surprise is that the second in command of Prodigy was like his make-a-dad, his build-a-dad.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
We suspected that he was a synthetic. We just with how his mannerisms, how he interacted, he always did exactly what Boy said without really much pushback. He would caution him, but he would always be like, "Yep, sure, I'll I'll go do this. And then when he caught the ball, we weren't sure if that was like, is that just a quick edit, or did he was that done on purpose to show him having really fast reflexes?
Yeah.
And
as someone who's not athletic at all, if you catch a ball, I think you're a robot.
Yeah, true. Sports is played by robots in Mike's world. We knew that boy had lost somebody in his family, and I figured that's what Wendy was modeled after of some capacity, because how quote special she is, which we still don't know why. But I believe they were alluding to his dad. I mean, maybe it was somebody else that was in the car accident with him.
He did say he hates siblings, so
I don't know. We just know that his dad was killed, and then Robot Daddy took place of Daddy.
And it kind of sounds like Robot Daddy. Yeah, Robot Daddy killed Daddy.
So did they fake Dad's death in the car, or is that somebody else? That I wasn't sure.
Yeah, because we don't know about Mom or anyone else, but he clearly has a lot of... It is interesting because Wendy... this is one of the few times that I am totally okay with him saying the quiet part out loud, where, Wendy just looks at him and she's like, you think you're Peter Pan, but you're not. And the exact words, I completely forgot to look this up, but she calls him a mean, angry little man, and I am like 95% certain that is the exact line from Hook.
There is a very similar line in Hook, because that's what
if
came
it
to
isn't
mind.
Exact, it is absolutely
Don't they say you're a
Hook.
mean man who needs a mommy? Isn't that the...
Yes.
Yeah, but it could be that she said you're a
man who needs a mommy.
Yeah, something like that. But it's right there. So it's like, this is in reference to Hook, because I was even thinking, it's like, I was thinking it before she said it. Boy Cavalier is not Peter Pan. He's more akin to Hook, forcing, or even, it'd be one of the other, Peter Pan or Hook, but it really seems more like a Hook type character, or a very evil Peter Pan.
Well, Morrow was Hook because he had the hand.
Yeah.
Although he also has a boombox. That box with the eyeball.
Yeah.
The boombox.
Quote, Corey. No, not the boombox. Corey, the quote is, he's just a mean old man without a mommy.
Okay. Yeah, when she said you're a mean, angry little man, I was like, this, and the delivery sounded very childlike. But yeah, Adam, I wasn't. It's not surprising, but I think Adam might be the real threat, because we've been talking about Kirsch this whole time, and it's like, Kirsch is a scientist and he is a leader in capacity, but is Adam the real threat here? Because he seemed a little bit more militant.
To who?
So this whole time, it just seems like an old advisor who's hanging out with him, and Kirsch has this almost militaristic presence. And then, he chucks Wendy like she was nothing. Stops her, because she went to punch him or something, and he's like, nah.
Yeah.
It was effortless, and it was only by means of the, network connectivity. He didn't have a VPN. Shout out to NordVPN.
And he clearly doesn't follow the rules, Asimov's rules.
Does he count as a robot, though?
Well, no. Well, he killed Daddy.
Oh yeah, no.
So
it's made by a psychotic child.
There's an anti-daddy clause in Asimov's rules.
Oh, that's true.
You have
if
to
you're
read
my
the
daddy,
business
I
card.
can kill you.
So I loved his reveal. As for other characters, the distribution of tasks scene I thought was very fun.
That was it made sense for the most part, who went after who, because of who had wronged them.
I was so certain Nibs was gonna crush Dame Sylvia's skull.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, she is in trouble.
I don't know what else we can do with her character, with Dame's character, other than season 2 that she sees her dead husband and doesn't realize he's dead until the eye jumps into her. I think that's about all you can really do with her at this point. I think her story's pretty much done.
Yeah, I think she's fucked in season 2.
Yeah. Maybe she brings back to life the other. Which one was it? Toodles?
Toodles? Yeah.
Because I'm still. She has Toodles. His brain in the cloud or something.
Yeah. They've got to have that data stored somewhere.
Yeah.
Because if they, maybe. I don't know. We don't really know what's going on.
You copied it initially. And you got to have a backup somewhere unless you just don't have space, which I would imagine this place has enough space for it.
That's what you would, think.
Also,
but this episode emphasizes stupid people making stupid decisions. Like they triple down on that all episode.
Oh yeah.
Also, my other favorite moment was Kirsch diagnosing Boy Cavalier with ADHD. It's fucking great.
Like that's confirmed. You suspected.
I think you're neurodivergent, sir.
You're lashing
too much
out.
Tylenol as a kid.
There you go.
This is your podcast. You get to make those jokes.
Unregulated Yutani Tylenol.
I still hope
Weyland-Yutani.
I still hope my stupid theory comes true, and at the end of the series, Weyland-Yutani gets controlled by the eyeball, and you just find out that the eyeball's behind everything else in the rest of the franchise. That'd be amazing. I want that so bad.
That would, as interesting and kind of cute as that would piss so many people off.
Oh, it'd be dumb. Yeah. But I'm not opposed to dumb shit happening.
I feel like it needs to be like a Silent Hill ending where the film ends and credits roll, and after the credits they have like the eyeball taking over. Yeah, just that little stinger at the very end. The dumb. Yeah.
Also, I've noticed the eyeball favors the left.
Yeah.
Always the left eye socket. Every time we've seen it in somebody.
The makeup artist only works on that side.
That's all that they're good at.
They're like, if it's going to take over, I'm not good. You turn me around. I get all, can't do it. It's going to be coming out of the back of their skull. I can only work on the left eye.
The eyeball will talk, and it just wants to go back to space to be reunited with right eyeball.
I'm on its side. The eyeball's the main character for me.
So I heard a wild theory about someone who is breaking down the eyeball, which I forget what it's called, the whatever it is, the
T-Oculus or something like that.
Yeah, the T-Oculus. And they're like, what is its inspiration? Is it here to take over the world, or is it more like it just wants to leave? And I heard they made a connection to The Thing, where even though The Thing was taking over humans in the movie, it was trying to build a spaceship to leave. Because if the objective was to just take over, it would have just continued to take over more and more people and found a different way out than to build a spaceship to leave the atmosphere. So there is a theory behind it going, it just wants to get home. It just wants to go back to wherever the hell it came from. And
it's trying to find something with opposable thumbs to build a spaceship.
Go find Mrs. Wright.
That reminds me of there's a famous fan fiction. I'm trying to find the title of it, but there's a famous fan fiction based on The Thing that's told from it's a story of The Thing, but told from the perspective of the thing. Oh. Yeah, where it's just like terrified and trying to escape. I think that's what the eyeball.
Everyone's setting it on fire.
This is a jailbreak movie for the eyeball.
Yeah,
I just want to give you hugs.
It's basically the Great Escape. It's like Shawshank Redemption for that eyeball.
He's gonna stand in the rain.
I want it to be the last shot. His little tentacles in the
air. It is the eyeball is a hell of a lot of fun. I just love how it's jettisoning itself across the room. Like it is
punted.
Very Yeah, very smart. It knew when to quit too.
It is very durable though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because like, no, Wendy's gonna squish it. I'm like, yay, it survived.
I know. It's like, no, don't take over her brother, but also it'd be cool if you talked because you're
it'd be
the
great if you had
I want to hear what you sound like.
Weird family dynamic of you're a hybrid and he's a eye thing.
Yeah, Wendy does like aliens, so they might get along better.
She does. It's true. It's true. She connects with them because, you know what? They're simplistic and they don't screw each other over.
Yeah.
Also, do we know for a fact you can't survive the T-Oculus taking over your mind? I mean, obviously your eyeball getting ripped out is pretty bad. That's a pretty bad injury.
We haven't checked in on the goat, but considering the fact that it takes over your motor functions...
Well, okay.
Looking around in your brain. It's like Ratatouille, Zach.
Yeah, Ratatouille's on the outside of your skull through your hair follicles.
It's
Mike and I don't know what that's like.
Yeah. Such a confusing movie for you two.
God, why does this work?
Is that what hair is like?
Oh. I didn't understand it the first time I saw it. It's like, what's that stuff on his head?
Oh, man.
I just want to put a raccoon in my head and have it control me.
Yeah.
Raccoon.
Jose, did you have any particular like standout character moments that you liked? You know, rewarding for the series or just within the episode?
Honorable mention it. Just Smee going with it. He's like, "Yeah, I'm a ghost now. I'm a bad guy. I'm gonna go around." He's like, "Raw." He's like,
he puts his fucking hands up behind him. That was great.
I was like, this actor's great. This actor 100% convinces me he's really a child. Like,
he's
the MVP.
The most fun.
Yeah. Then we finally got to see Morrow and Kirsch fight. That's like the one thing we've wanted. Besides the eyeball taking over, I think that's what we've all wanted. It's like, I'll just fight one good time, and they did.
They did.
And they
both got a little messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, messed up just enough. I like the irony of how Kirsch gets taken out because he severed the connection, and that's all it took to completely disable this robot that seems otherwise very powerful. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't think he's as strong as Adam after having seen Adam, throw hands at Wendy. He's obviously a strong dude, and
because Morrow got to be somewhat durable too, because I just assume a synth can knock your head off with a punch, and he was kind of eating them, so I was like,
you can kind of see like the damaged eye. It's almost like Terminator-esque. You can see that it's a false eye there. And we don't know the extent of how synthetic he is. Obviously he's a lot, but we haven't seen like an X-ray anywhere. So, and that's what I like about these two characters in particular is, I mean, as far as we know, the only thing separating them is Morrow probably still has a human brain. Like,
I think so.
We don't know that even has human lungs at this point. Like, he could be entirely robot, with the exception of, maybe it's like RoboCop where that right arm is human. Or at least not, maybe it's just not a fancy arm like the left arm. So
I'm gonna guess that he still has lungs because he had the breathing apparatus on in the crash pod. Mm-hmm. So I'm guessing that he still has some internal organs that are human. But I would guess that his legs are synthetic. One, because jumping off of the omelet in episode 2 or 3, where the alien jumped off, but we saw that Wendy could jump off the side of a cliff and she doesn't do it, makes me go, all right, he's probably got really strong legs. Also, having a synthetic hand and arm doesn't mean you can just lift open a hydro press door, because you could grab it with your arm and then lift, and then your legs would concave because you need to have the ability to also lift with your legs, not just with your hand, which he does in the backstory episode.
Zack, character moment.
Dear.
What did you like about it? We got Smee, dude, and I do have to agree because dude, him just like doing the hands, it's so fucking funny. Because not expecting that. That was like, what the fuck is this? That's the most random thing in the entire franchise, but it's so on point. It was
perfectly timed how they all did it, because at that moment, Cavalier had come in and was kind of trying to talk to Wendy and the other Lost Boys that were in their cage, which we didn't know how long that was going to keep them if they actually wanted to break out, which was no time, because Wendy, we don't know how, but she is in control of everything. And just unlocks the door, and Cavalier's guard gets taken out because the guard's an idiot, and then
he's dead.
Yeah, Wendy goes, run, and then they all strike a pose as the lights immediately start blinking. Right when she goes, run, then it becomes a fucking horror film, which is well done. And
I did make a note. Because the moment she's like, run, and the light changes, it's like she sets the complex lighting to rave mode.
Mm-hmm. Which is,
it's like Skrillex is playing somewhere and the lights are just going off to it.
Well, if you think back to like the previous Alien and Aliens films, there's always some sort of strobing light periodically during these films, because it fucks with your perception, and it does make it a bit scarier and really throws you off while you're running around for your life trying to figure shit out. So the character change from Wendy, we were working towards it, and she's not like gone necessarily evil, but she's just gone beyond her innocent child and knows, well, humans are fucked up and flawed, and I don't know if I really like them anymore. And she even struggles with Hermit, because he shot Newt. Newt's okay, but Shmi is the one who is still a child and is like, but he's one of us. Like, okay, he shot her, but he didn't kill her. Like, she was hurting his friend, and he's really an okay guy. And then he gives her one of those awkward kid hugs, like my kid does, just at random, of hug, and then off he goes to like play ball or something. It's like, that okay. Shmi is the MVP actor, I think, for like he nails everything he has had to do. He's just a supporting character for pretty much the entire series, but he nails it the entire time.
He's the most memorable for being like a support guy. Like, I feel like I remember everything he's done.
Also, quick question: was he the one fucking with the soldiers in the elevator?
Kind of. Well, Wendy was the one that did it. Yeah. But she was counting it down, and then Shmi was there with her, like cause counting down along with it, like messing with them. They just punked him out, apparently.
Yeah, because for a split second, I was like, holy shit, did he unlock, telekinetic or whatever it's called? Technopathy or whatever?
From what I can tell, Wendy is the only one that has that ability still. I'm not 100% confirmed or, on the board of, well, Curly has 100% gone over to Wendy's side. She may have, but I do have this sneaky suspicion that she still is pining for being the favorite, because she
wants to be noticed.
That up. Mm-hmm. She wants to be number one. And she continued to. She never admitted to snitching them out of them trying to leave the island, and she was the only one who knew where they were going, other than, maybe the guards just guessed that they were going to the boat. Boy Cavalier does, we figured that he was going to lose control, and he loses control in fantastic fashion. Just all of a sudden, from, putting on the face of being so confident, I don't think he was ever that confident. I mean, he's smart, but he's not street smart. He's, well-informed on investments, but when shit starts to go wrong, he makes all the wrong fucking decisions, and it pays off fantastically.
I love his bulletproof vest. That dinky ass, like right before they catch him, he's got a bulletproof vest on that he had to have stolen from like a body lying on a floor somewhere.
Somewhere. He certainly didn't have it. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, man, that's so stupid. Because he is aware of how strong these things are. If they catch him, he knows he's gonna die. He's seen what the xenomorph can do. He knows, it's it's such a tiny detail. And again, this show's done a great job with tiny details. And that is one of those tiny details that it's like, you're an idiot. Like, you can build, synthetics and cyborgs and stuff, but you're wearing a bulletproof vest against a creature that can eat bullets. Like, it could just get shot and it's all right.
So that's another thing that came up. One, we got a nice callback to Aliens about staying frosty. We find that they're not really pulse rifles, but these rifles do jack shit to the xenomorph, because that xenomorph gets hit in the head and gets hit multiple times. He just shrugs it off. It's like, it's like being hit with a paintball. It's like that was irritating. And then they try to go down to the armory to get whatever the big guns are, and they never get them. And we also had the payoff of of seeing the plant, the very fucking mobile Venus flytrap, or whatever the plant from Half-Life
Starfish.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who was thinking Half-Life. I'm like, that's a barnacle. That's straight up a barnacle 100%. From Half-Life.
That's a very mobile barnacle. And that was my guess when we first saw it in episode 2. Was that is going to grab somebody, but it went a lot quicker than I thought. It leapt down and gobbled up Red Hair McGee, and but then they did the stupid trope, which I don't like, of person in air can't see, shoots other people that you need to get rid of. I'm not a fan of that trope. It's used way too often.
Yeah.
You just happen to be in the right way and hit by friendly fire.
There was also, I don't know if y'all got the same feeling, but when they were about to get on the elevator, I was so certain the Xeno was going to like pop out and kill someone from the doorway, because like the guy kind of walked close.
He was hanging
he
back.
Didn't die. Yeah, he didn't die, but then they framed it to where they've got like the redheaded chick, him.
Yep.
Well, not in the elevator. They're not in there yet. So before they go in, they're having a conversation, and like the guy starts to walk and then stops and turns around and kind of comes back, but then the other girl, no name, walks even closer and like turns around, and they frame it to where it's like the back of the redheaded girl is in the left of the screen. He is kind of a quarter of the way into the left of the screen, and like or middle of the screen, and over his shoulder in the doorway, perfectly framed, is the no-name girl.
Yeah,
and I was like, she's about to die.
Empty room. Yep.
Yeah, and she didn't die then, and then she turned around. I was like, okay, now she's gonna die, and then she didn't die, and it's like, come on, like
they didn't give me the thing that they always do.
Yeah, you were like two different people could have died 3 times. So
I actually didn't think that. I think the greatest like magic trick this show pulls off is how often I forget the xenomorph is in it. Like I'm like actually watching it for the characters. Like, yeah, that's like amazing. Well, because normally I watch anything alien, I'm just like, where the fuck is the xenomorph? It's like when I watch a Godzilla movie. Like, you're wasting my time with humans. Where is Godzilla?
They did a good job with characters and with the 4 other entities that they created to spark our interest.
I still wish the plant
really
did more.
Draw us away.
Again, the plant was built up a lot, and it just grabs people and eats them. I want a little more pizzazz.
Just gives them a little hug. Just gives them a little hug.
Yeah.
It does move pretty freaky, though. I feel like it moved at like a higher frame rate than the normal camera.
Like almost
so
like it's flying in a way.
Yeah, I think
really
you are right.
If that's what it does, I think they could potentially set up a really cool like set piece next season. But they gotta like use it right. Like a scene where they all walk into a room and they can't see the ceiling, and it's like grabbing them as they're like trying to get to the other side. That'd be interesting. Yeah,
if you have a room full of those, yeah.
But just the reveal of what it does was a little underwhelming. to me. I'm like, okay, all right, they're barnacles. They're Half-Life barnacles. I get it. Okay.
Very quick, angry barnacles, yeah.
You could have just showed that in episode 2. You didn't have to, once again, tickle my balls for no reason.
We got to see, they could have swapped out that plant for the leeches.
The ticks.
Ticks. Yeah, because, they show what the ticks do later anyway, so they probably could have swapped out.
In a much better
show what
scene.
The starfish does. Yeah. Show the starfish, show the dead, drained bodies with no context. And then the leeches later. Or, not leeches. Ticks. Same thing. Bloodsuckers.
Leeches.
The land leeches. So characters are great. Well, Mike, I don't know. Did we do a character standout moment for you? You talk so much, it's hard to remember.
Mike just interjects himself into everything.
I said that I really liked that the reveal about his father, but I just liked everything with the kids, how they embrace being ghosts and haunting the facility. Everything with that was so entertaining. It became a Home Alone movie, kind of. Get away.
Nibs dropping into Dame Sylvia's room.
That was terrifying.
Just silently just.
I love that Nibs just growls now. Shit. I love that Nibs just growls like a dog now. It's so great.
She's so broken.
Growls and smiles.
Yeah,
she's insane. I love it.
Her brain broke and then broke again.
Yeah, Mr. Strawberry died, and that was it. That was the last straw. It's like
that was fucked up.
That was the only major death of the series so far. Her little toy dog.
That was the Ned Stark of this season.
Exactly.
Yeah. The Ned Stark.
Oh, he's gonna make it out. No.
No way, Mr. Strawberry dies. What?
What? And they beheaded him in front of everybody.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that team of soldiers was basically the Wet Bandits. That's what I was thinking as I was watching it.
Yeah.
Except
there's only a couple traps, but they're dead now.
You could say they were more effective. Less traps, but more effective. No trap actually murdered Harry or Mark.
So we have spoken at length about the T-Oculus.
Yes.
The character that is a ball with the biggest balls, but
in your eye.
Yeah. So any other? We did get a little baby Xeno. Which at first,
adolescent.
Don't speak to me or my son ever again.
So I was a little confused at one point because they're supposed to grow kind of fast. So when things started going to shit and the little one left, there were a couple of scenes where I couldn't, I guess, properly see the color on the xenomorph. So I was like, oh, the little one's gotten bigger. Like it's escaped and wandered around and just like they do, it's magically gotten bigger. And then there's like the final scene where, like you said, the "Don't speak to me or my son ever again," where the Xeno's sideways on the cage and the little one comes up and he's like,
yeah.
But he also had the little jump scare, which was fucking adorable. It was the military guys, right? The starfish kill, where it just like slaps against the glass for some fucking reason.
It's like, damn it!
It's like face first into the glass.
He's a cutie.
Yeah, I want some of the action. I'm bored in here.
A little xenomorph purse dog.
Little.
Well, for another
a cheweenomorph.
Yeah,
it's
a
cheweenomorph.
Sweater on him.
Put an
Let me
extra
know how that
long
goes.
hoodie that fits on their dome head. Just
yeah, I want to see her walking around with
dress him
little
up
harness.
as a hot dog for a Halloween. Put buns on the side.
This xenomorph's going to be this is going to be unfortunately one of the deformed xenomorphs where it's like inner mouth like hangs out the side all the time. And they start a TikTok channel.
The fucked up Chihuahua xenomorph. Come on.
Yep. Wins an award for being the ugliest Xeno.
Man, yeah, this is what you get for inbreeding. That's why you got to stir it up a little bit.
God.
Stir up that genetic pool.
I mean, they technically used a different set of lungs. So
yeah, I guess. Fine.
So will this Xeno be bigger by default because it came out of a normal sized person? I don't know. Just
kind of.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. Regular size.
Because I just assumed Wendy Xeno was going to be like a smaller type Xeno. I'm like, oh no, that's a full grown Xeno. Holy shit! Never mind it.
Yeah, I mean, it hung out in a lung, and then it popped out, and it's like an 8 foot tall ish alien.
Kind of brown and white, I think.
Yeah, kind of a greenish tint. It works well in the jungle. It'll be interesting to see
what like a stone.
It'll be interesting to see what the new one looks like. Yeah. And I guess the one thing they would have to be worried about is they're following Wendy now because of whatever reason they view her as like a hive leader, a queen. What happens if you have a potential xenomorph pop out that is of a royal, I forget what it is, a royal chestburster or whatever it is, and then that becomes the queen. This, like essentially what, granted the one in Alien 3 came from a different facehugger, but depending on your lore, they can evolve eventually and have a queen, and then it would be, oh, well, this human synth is not your leader, I'm your leader. And then, I don't know. I don't think Wendy's going to have her pet dog forever.
Yeah, that might be a fun thing, because it is, I think that is similar to, it's either ants or bees, where they just, like when they need a queen just kind of appears.
One can evolve into one, Yeah,
that's how it was in the AVP game from 2010. The Xeno you control at the very end becomes the new queen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, I wish that was true in life. When you needed a queen, one would just appear.
I mean, because then that would happen.
Engine's not working for you that well.
Looking for my queen.
You could just look at her. You could just look at her and scream "slay." It has 2 different meanings, one for Wendy, one for you.
You look like you're evolving into a queen.
Except Mike is like clickety clacking at her. Click, 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 click.
I didn't know you spelled xenomorph.
Mike, that's not what they did in the show. Yes, it is. Blah, 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 blah.
Right. Culturally insensitive to xenomorphs. Just stop right now.
I'm just going to do my best turkey call.
That Xeno's taking the smaller Xeno, like, let's leave. We're clearly not welcome here.
Wow, didn't know you were xenophobic. All right, so we've got we got our monster moments, we got our human moments. How did you like the season overall? Is this like, did it meet your expectations? Did it exceed your expectations? Jose, I'll start with you again. Like, what did you like Alien Earth, and did it go above or below the bar that you had in mind?
I would say yes, I enjoyed Alien Earth, and I guess I will say it went above only because starting out, like, my bar is on the ground. Like, look,
buried at 6 feet deep.
Yeah, it's like, look, aliens, what are we doing lately? I don't know. Fucking Romulus started off strong, and then that movie just went off a cliff, in my opinion, anyway. But so I'm like, but no, it did pretty good. It did some interesting things, and I'm excited to see. It was great knowing that the Xeno wasn't the main point, too.
Yeah,
just like they're there. Trust me, they're gonna be there. They're gonna have their moments. But I just thought, like I said, everything nailed it. The acting, Timothy Olyphant is great in anything.
He's the
I
goat.
will stand by that. He can do no wrong. Morrow was a great villain.
Oh yeah, because he's
cool too. As much as an idiot he was, it's like, yeah. If you didn't get eyeballed this season, next season, buddy,
you gonna get the balls. So him, I think this would be my favorite episode for Boy Cavalier, because this is when you finally realize that he is kind of a knowingly evil piece of shit.
Yeah.
I feel like you really get, because in other things it just seems like he's sort of disconnected. He clearly has no respect for authority in the communications with Weyland-Yutani. He just seems like a businessman. And in this one, no, he is a piece of shit. He calls the kids floor models, even though like Wendy's literally controlling shit with her mind.
Yeah.
And he has the balls to still call them floor models. But he is just a piece of shit. Like, he truly is not a good guy. And I liked this episode for him.
He had that arrogant moment where he's like, hey,
yeah.
Hey, $1 million to whoever comes find me.
Yeah.
Come on. I'm walking the halls here.
Zach, Mike, what did you feel about the overall? Did it pay off to you? Are you excited for a second season?
Do you want to go first?
Go ahead, Mike, because you'll just interrupt me.
I know.
No, I wouldn't. Okay. But all right. No, I think that this series is to the Alien franchise what Andor is to Star Wars, where you're like, oh my god, this franchise can be good. it can be good again. And it's like, and in the same thing as Andor, after the first couple episodes, you just like untense and relax. You're like, okay, I'm in good hands. And I stopped like worrying about if it was going to be good. And the answer was just like, what I started thinking about was just how good is it going to be? Like, is this going to be like legendary? Is this going to be something I'm going to want to watch on like an annual basis? Something like Midnight Mass on Netflix, which was just like out of the fucking ballpark season of television, or is it just gonna be like just solid? And I think it ended solid. I don't think it's like a home run as far as the season of TV goes, but I think the series as a whole, if it gets all the seasons it needs, might be. But it's really good. It's top quality all the way through, and I never worried it was gonna be bad. It was consistently good from the beginning. What about you, Zach?
I would say I went into this series not knowing what to expect, just knowing, all right, xenomorphs, Earth, 2 years before the original Alien film. What are they going to do? I do not expect to have a full infestation like some people expected and then were angry when it didn't happen. I think they did a good job of utilizing the xenomorph where needed. Over 8 episodes, it has to be used differently. I think the acting was great. The characters, 99% of them, I enjoyed and wanted to know more. Even the ones like Boy Cavalier, who by the end you go, yeah, he is a evil son of a bitch. We saw inklings of it here and there over the course of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the last episode, yeah, he is a full-on asshole.
Yeah, it's knowing
like a
too.
child.
Yeah, he's knowingly evil.
Yeah, he's dropped the facade at this point. Until then, you thought he was an arrogant tech billionaire. No, he's an evil asshole. All the actors portraying kids, great job. The fact that we got, traditional, actors in prosthetics playing, a xenomorph, I loved. Not the aliens quality that we see in the movies, but it was really good. It made me happy. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to a season 2. I agree with Mike. I think it's solid. I don't think it was a, oh my God, home run, best thing ever. But I'm looking forward to season 2. I might sit down and watch it again at some point. But I certainly enjoyed it. I have minor things to bitch about. A little bit of things here or there that you go, oh, that's kind of stupid. But also they did that to move the plot forward in a way that fits within the franchise. And also, I agree with Sigourney Weaver because, I mean, she's a badass bitch and she loved the series. So
yeah, she is.
I am not gonna argue with Ellen fucking Ripley. It ain't happening.
I want her to cradle me. And I want to be like, thank you, mommy.
You want her to be your queen?
There you go. That's what she's gonna start cracking.
There you go.
Like trying to.
You want to burst out of her chest.
Mike goes over and starts caressing her. And be like, could you use the power loader tonight?
Disgusting.
Yeah, I would say, from the ratings and everything, where I thought it would be, and where it falls, I think in general is like an 8. I think it's an 8 and an 8.5 out of 10, or a 4 out of 5. I don't think it's like a 2.5 or 3. And I don't think it's a 5. I think it's right there. It's decent. It's solid.
Yeah.
Not perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I'm right there with you. I still think like 5 is, the best episode in the season. I think they're going to be real hard pressed to be able to outdo that one episode.
Yeah.
But for the whole thing, y'all have nailed it. That the end of it is, it's good, but it isn't like, fantastic. Like, holy shit, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. And I mean, that's fine. It's season 1. I think, like I said, within about 10 minutes, I kind of knew I wasn't going to get the episode that I wanted. And that, we have to get a season 2. You could tell so quickly into this that it's like, oh, we're ignoring a lot of really important stuff right now. There's a lot of not fleshing things out, but we're just, spreading things out, just buffering for time. Yeah, I do have hope for the next season. Like this episode is here to serve a purpose. And I feel like right now I'm in the same spot that I was when we first started recording, or maybe by like the second episode we did, which was the third episode of the series. I was very apprehensive about a prequel episode. And that ended up being best episode in the season. And I am very apprehensive about a season 2, where it's like, this was great. And it's not to knock season 1, but it's like, don't inject dumb shit into the next one. Like, the executives are going to be like, okay, well, now we got to start selling toys again and comics again. So in the next one, yeah,
okay, yeah. So
he's going to be driving a pimped out car and talking about family.
Alien versus Predator. Wendy and her Xeno against the Predator from Badlands and his synth.
It's coming. You better think that's a cool idea, because it's coming. They're gonna force him.
Yeah, I gotta go watch Badlands first, and then I'll have an opinion on that.
Just have them stare off at each other. Start playing Limp Bizkit my way. And
oh yeah, we didn't touch on the music it ended with. Pearl Jam, Animal.
Yeah.
How did you guys? I think we've touched on it individually. How did you guys feel about the choice of music over the arc of the series? Because that, I guess, was a contentious part that apparently drew people out of it, and that's what they bitched about, is the final 10 seconds when that song would pop on. Like, the episode's ruined because you're playing 90s music.
When the sheep looks into the camera and grins to, like, Limp Bizkit or whatever it is.
Yeah, if you can't find joy in that, you have a dead heart.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because this was all my music. Like, everything they played, I was like, this is my nostalgia. I love this. Like, everything. I love that they just interjected that into the end of it. And it all made sense with every episode. Once you kind of looked at it, you're like, oh yeah, this is a very fitting song.
Yeah,
it's not like you played it in the middle.
Well, they didn't.
The fucking episode.
No fight scenes. They're not playing break stuff when Morrow and Kirsch are fighting.
Although, hear me out.
I don't want to wake up.
That doesn't sound so bad though.
That would have been dope.
Yeah.
I don't know, where I feel like I kind of didn't like it, but I also didn't care, to your point, Zach, because it's in the last like 10 seconds. Yeah. It's like, whatever. Like, it's not changing anything.
It's an outro.
It is far better.
It's outro to play over your credits. I don't know. I just didn't
far better than being in the middle of the episode. I don't need Creed or Nickelback.
Well, first of all, nobody needs either of those in the
playing in the middle of.
No.
Yeah. So.
Hear me out though. Creed. Start playing. As the eyeball rises from the sand and gets into Buddy's nostril.
There's this tweet that just cracks me up. I've seen it rewritten a few times where they're just like, it just says alien wiping away tear. Me. That was Creed higher.
Yeah, no, the music, that is a good thing to bring up, but yeah, I mean, if someone stopped watching the whole show for that, it's like, dude, fucking, I don't know.
I don't know if they stopped
suck
watching,
on a wet blanket or so. Like,
I did
somebody
see
wanted to hate the
complaints
show
about
already.
that.
Yeah,
that's mostly what it was. When I saw people, they were already going, "This is the worst series ever. They've ruined this the IP." No, it was ruined.
It's like the complaints you see for it's like the complaints you see for James Gunn's Superman. People who are fans of Henry Cavill's Superman, they hate everything about James Gunn's Superman. They'll choose the dumbest reasons to say it's a piece of shit.
Not enough abs.
Exactly.
I'm
it's
just
like
saying.
If you prefer Henry Cavill, that's cool, but like, come on, you guys are stretching.
Exactly.
Stretching.
I mean, just hate it because it actually is a piece of shit.
I'm gonna kill you, Zack. Now you've gone too far.
Oh man.
One of the things we got in this episode, and we talked about this last episode in particular, we got quite a few full body Xeno shots. Like just fully there on screen.
Full frontal.
Full front. Yeah.
Giving Mike those
full
lips.
Frontal.
I like his lips.
Little drooly.
They were also quite moist. I'll say that.
Moist.
Very moist. I'm just showing them at you.
Me and my cousin, we used to love when we were kids watching monster movies, and we were like, you know what? The real secret to a great monster is a Muppet that's
just
very
the
moist.
Lips. Just the lips.
Make a Muppet nice and moist, and you got a killer monster.
When you start after a story like that with me and my cousin, I did not know where you were going, but I'm happy where it ended.
I'm glad you and your cousin like moist monsters.
With Kermit? I don't know. He might be packing a cucumber. I don't know.
Okay, well, we completely all failed on what we expected or wanted to see out of season 1's ending. So Weyland-Yutani is they've got all their ships coming to the island. Yep, they are invading. They're ready to throw down. What do we think is going to happen in season 2? We do still have 4 eggs, right? And everything in there is unlocked right now.
Yeah, 4 eggs. The plant, the eyeballer out there.
The flies.
There's a Xeno and a half right now.
Xeno and a half shell.
Yeah.
Well, they did promise Yutani her shit back, so she's going to show up at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was she on the plane, or were they just overlaying that?
They just showed, that was an overlay. I cannot fathom. Because I saw
why
that
she would be going in there.
Exactly. Yeah.
I know exactly. When I saw that, I thought
idea.
the same thing, and it's like, oh my god, she's not that dumb. And I don't think they would. She doesn't seem like the kind of person who would deal with things one-on-one.
No, they don't send in the preliminary team, which was Morrow, and supposed to, cause chaos, which he did. The facility is pretty borked right now, so they're gonna get there. But I don't know if their weapons are gonna do anything to the Xenos.
Yeah, you talk about it being borked because they mentioned the very beginning. It was, I think, Wendy who severed the lines to the mainland or whatever. So
Morrow severed the lines, and Weyland-Yutani are blocking satellites, so they were cut off.
I know Weyland-Yutani is blocking the satellite. I don't remember. Did we ever see? Because they showed like bubbles rising up in the same ship where the last episode ended.
That was supposedly where Morrow, they were talking about how he cut the lines to the mainland. So since they came out of the ocean, while they were underneath, they cut the lines so that they had no communication and that they couldn't see anything. Wendy did take down communications within the facility, but she could easily turn on everything at the facility that is automated. But once you start losing power, I mean, the mold is going to start it was already continuing to deteriorate even at a quicker pace after one episode. They have who knows how many soldiers are left. The Xeno was clearing them like left and right.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the destructive path kind of interstitched between a bunch of stuff. So next season, we're going to get 6 Xenos because we still have 4 eggs left.
You want to get one rebel Xeno, one that just doesn't listen to Wendy. You know that's what's gonna happen.
Shit. It's death.
That's what's gonna happen.
The edgy teenage Xeno, it's gonna have like hair over one eye.
Oh my god, you took the words right out of him.
Just listens to My Chemical Romance and never cleans its room.
Yeah.
That and that.
Shops at Hot Topic.
Will be the night that I will fall for you.
Oh my god. No, season 2. I'll be excited when it comes out. I will be watching out for commercials whenever that's officially a thing because I want to get a feeling. We'll see how the previews do.
Yeah.
Because this one they didn't really do a lot, which is good. I hope they do the same for 2. I hope they I want them to stay on this path that they are on. Again, that kind of be my biggest point that I just made is don't go fucking nuts with it. Just do what has already worked. I love what we did here. You can do the same thing and amp it up again. Everyone got hype when Goku went Super Saiyan 2, even though it was the same fucking thing.
No.
What works.
His hair was slightly a different color.
It was less blonde. Yeah,
he
finally
was sparking.
So
now, do you think they should get off the island in season 2?
I think that gets real risky.
I think you have to.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can spend another. I mean, unless you shorten the season, I don't know how you're going to spend 8 episodes just on an island with an invading force being held off by kids, 6 xenomorphs, and a few random aliens.
That sounds dope.
The whole thing is if season 2 is guerrilla warfare, Viet Cong,
but how? I don't. That's every episode though. You can do that for a couple episodes, and then you're probably gonna have to change it up in some capacity. My guess is that they're gonna the island was the ship. It was the biggest ship we've been on.
Mm-hmm.
I bet they will get off the island, but it will again be kind of like the Arkham games that you started in Arkham Asylum, and then now we're in Arkham City, so we're a little bit bigger, but we're still contained. I think Weyland-Yutani will bring them to a bigger location that's still somewhat contained. Maybe it's island sized, but there's more population, so there's more chaos and potential for chaos. That's what I anticipate would happen.
Yeah, and then season 3 will get the
island off the coast of Costa Rica. It's going to be Isla Nublar.
Isla Xeno.
Yeah, we'll see what season 2 holds. Season 1 was good. I do have to rewatch it because Brenda hasn't seen it. Because we've watched these I've watched these every single week on release, and she has not been able to. So we're gonna have to sit down and actually, she'll watch it for the first time. I'll be rewatching it. Hopefully, see a lot more stuff to enjoy. Mike, you have praised the director, in every single episode. So I'm really looking forward to, them continuing to let him do this thing.
Yeah, just keep giving Noah Hawley control. Yeah.
Did he direct the finale? I forgot to look.
No, that was Dana. Dana Gonzalez. Okay. But Noah and McGeezy wrote it.
Okay.
He's written either solo or with somebody.
Yeah.
Every episode, he's been involved with every one. And then he directed number 5, the best episode.
Yeah.
All right. Any closing thoughts, closing points, closing time? You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
I like xenomorphs. They're
being
cool.
Born. Which also ties into Alien Earth because it's about unwanted pregnancies and then bursting a chest.
Yeah.
It's about infected implants.
There's a whole psychoanalysis of the whole idea behind the connecting impregnation and the Alien franchise.
Oh yeah,
DC
Alien
dive into it, which
memoirs or memory. I've got the Blu-ray. I've watched it. It's really good.
You see, the facehuggers are meant to symbolize Tylenol.
God damn.
Oh, Mike.
Yeah, but I don't take my face hugger with water.
Do not consume face huggers while pregnant.
Did they make a face hug?
There's nothing bad will happen if you don't get face hugged. Only good can happen.
So I mean, they make Tylenol suppositories. Do they make a face hugger suppository?
Oh, you know they do. The freak face huggers.
The freak face hugger.
Yeah, it's not called a face hugger though. That's a butt hugger.
That's something else. That's how queen females are born.
The old butt chugger.
The butt chugger.
Chugger, you say?
The other xenomorphs telling on him, Queen, he's not doing it right.
That's why that eyeball wants to go home. That eyeball, like, there are some freaks over there. Please send me back to space. All I can do is see, and I'm just seeing these things, fucking everything.
The water's turning them gay. That's what the eye is thinking.
God gave me a giant eye and it doesn't close. Have to watch.
What if the eyeball just comes from a planet of things that live in orifices?
Ooh, man, you know what, baby. Zach? That's a great time to move on.
Perfect.
Yeah, so Zach, with opinions like that, where can people find more?
Not that they want them, but over at the Neatcast, where you'll find me and Mike and Jeremy, where we talk about a variety of different things, typically a little bit of news, pop culture, some weird stuff. Mike always features some sort of cryptid, alien, or spooky segment, and then we like to play a game or have a talking point at the end, where if we have a guest, we leave it up to them, or if they're unoriginal like Corey, then we force them to do something.
Yeah. I'll be your little puppet. Make me dance. Jose, where can people find you?
You can catch my podcast, Cinema Villains, wherever you catch podcasts at. We're on YouTube too. We'll be back. We're on a hiatus right now. You know, Shaggy's, the face hugger is on him pretty tight, but it should let go at any moment.
Any moment.
He's just going to have a few
He's going to have a tummy ache.
Days.
Don't worry, he got one of the cool Xenos that pop up and do the little "Hello, my baby." So he'll be fine.
Yeah,
baseball.
He's got a face hugger with a fedora, the worst kind.
The hipster
before it latches to your face, it says "Milady."
Drinks all my bourbon.
The worst of all.
Yeah, I'll have to bother you about some Halloween and horror related stuff.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm ready.
Yeah, I got to do some stuff. Got to make sure this is a fun month. So, yeah, go check out the Neatcast and Cinema Villains. And then, of course, me. You're already listening. You can check my social media. I don't know why. I rarely post there. And when I do, it's stuff comparing the Son of God to, mowing front lawns. Haven't posted in 6 months, and I made that post.
Did anyone text in? Because we got a text from last episode about mowing lawns, and we read it.
Hold on. Okay, we have a question from a mysterious listener. There's no way that we can tell who this is, but it came from Concord, New Hampshire.
That's where mine came from.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Mine also came from Concord, New Hampshire.
So the question is, what is proper etiquette when racing your neighbor's mower? Wave politely or throw grass clippings in their path?
Actually, my neighbor does mow his lawn just slightly more immaculately than me because he has like a riding lawnmower and it looks beautiful. So I make sure to kick as many lawn trimmings as I can into his lawn. What? No, my neighbor, his lawn. It looks immaculate.
Your neighbor looks immaculate. Okay.
Oh my fucking God. Sure. So I make sure to kick as many trimmings as I can into his part of the lawn so that both our lawns look a little shit. It's my little thing that I do for the community.
Do you think this is why he doesn't care or want to interact with you?
Well, he doesn't know. It's perfect crime, unless he listens to this podcast.
where you live, the dude's got like night cameras and he just watches you, daytime, nighttime, whenever it is. And he's just sitting there like, God damn it, he's kicking clippings into my grass again.
Yeah, he's next door living the exact plotline of The Burbs just with me. He's certain that I'm killing people.
Yeah. We're the real monsters. Okay, yeah, check out podcast. Let us know. Write in, leave comments on everyone's social media. Go independently on everyone's social media and tell us what you thought about our opinions on the entirety of the Alien Earth franchise. We'll be back for season 2 if that happens. And keep your ears peeled for spooky season. We all love spooky season, so it's gonna be fucking great. So, all right, but burrito casters, disassemble.
That was the worst outro I've ever heard.